Thanks for staying with us. So it's still our Thursday as we are finished with Ogun State. Moving down to Lagos State. So yesterday there was confusion, lamentation galore in Lagos. As activities and most parts of the state were paralyzed following early morning rains that left many neighborhoods heavily flooded, with motorists trapped along major roads, including the ever-busy and newly furnished, newly developed and rebranded, remodeled 3rd Mainland Bridge. Anyway, joining us to give us clarity on what government is doing, especially concerning environment, is the Commissioner for Environment himself, Commissioner of Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Tokunbo Wahab. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Morayo.
So we appreciate that you're here, that you didn't send an essay to us, that you came by yourself. So tell us, there's so much in Lagos State yesterday was unbelievable. And we got feedback from you when you sent a tweet that the tidal level increased in the lagoon. That's probably what caused the water pushing back. But what have you done so far to alleviate the effects of yesterday's flood especially?
Okay, I will start by apologizing to Lagosians for the disruption witnessed for some few hours of the day yesterday. For those who don't know, global warming and climate change issues are real issues. The rain was for about 10 hours. So, for those on the island, that's Awoyaya, the peninsular corridor, where you have the sea and the lagoon at the discharging points, the water level, the tidal level was very high. So we had done our findings and we said to Lagosians, just please be calm. Within an hour or two, it will recede, it will be down, and then the storm water can discharge. And that affected Olupomeji, inward toward mainland, from this axis of Lagos. And subsequently that happened. The water receded, and then we had our normal lives back. For those on the upland, that's Agege, Ikeja, Alimosho, we had the water level up, but we had built resilient infrastructure to discharge them into the creeks and the lagoons. So for me, the apology is in place. It's not because we didn't prepare for this. It's because nature naturally took its course. So we are sorry to Lagosians, and then for the family that lost the child, we are very sorry. It was not intended, it was not planned. Flash flooding happens globally. What you can do as a government, as a people, is to embrace nature and live with nature. With 10 hours of heavy rainfall, like we witnessed yesterday, anywhere in the world, you have that kind of a flooding. Call it UK, US. Southern Florida has been under the waters for the past 2 weeks. Full flooding, but it was flash flooding. So by 10:30, 11, things had returned to normal. So the apology for me is to say to the Lagosians, we're sorry. That disruption wasn't intended. We did all we had to do. This is FAC team on ground since 4 a.m. yesterday, but the water level was very high, and it took a while to discharge.
Okay, sir. You're right. We understand global warming and climate change. But we've always said in Nigeria, things are compounded because of the way that, especially in Lagos, the way that we manage waste, the way that our drainages are blocked, the waterways, buildings on drainages and things like that. We know that you've been doing some work with trying to get some building off some waterways, but how has that impacted, on what happened yesterday? And what does this mean for us in a few years? Because we have these issues over and over, and we always feel that government should be able to do something this time so that the next time it happens, we can see an improvement instead of going back.
Thank you very much. Let me start with waste. Waste, we've done so much. And I'm glad to say that the state government in the past few months had gone into a PPP arrangements for waste to wealth. And that's why I can say to you, we seek to decommission Olusosun the next few months. Okay. And then we have also done a PPP arrangement with a Dutch company for waste to energy. Wow. Just so we generate 13,000 tons of waste a day. So that can be put to productive use. Waste is only waste when you fail to put them to use. Yes. Yeah. But they are valuable if you put them to proper use. So that is ongoing. But for a people, there was a picture of a family in the rain around the Kate. They came out with their dustbin and chose to discharge it into the drain system. And when they informed us, it was whistleblower that informed us, immediately we traced the property, we seek to arrest them, and we sealed it up. That's what the law provided for. That was yesterday in the rain. So it shows also that people have developed a very bad habit without consequences. And we said no to that. Now to those people that are built on channels, for months now, we've been removing those contraventions, and we'll keep removing them. If you look at the axes that were prone to flood before now on the island, they were not flooded yesterday. That's Ogombo Mobile Corridor, where you have System 44 that was totally obliterated, and we had to open up in October. And gracefully, the governor approved. They are giving them the infrastructure, that's a trapezoidal, instead they will discharge into Ikota Creek. It's not flooded. VGC is not flooded because we removed contravention blocking the flow of water to the lagoon that's just behind them. And some other areas, even Ikoyi. What they witnessed in Ikoyi was basically a flash flood. Kefi was discharging into the 5-calorie creek. The Antioch collector was discharging easily to the 5-calorie creek. The Onikoyi was discharging to the lagoon and saving Banana Island and the axis. So that way, those were taken care of. And luckily also, on the mainland, we've done a lot of work, Apapa and other areas. Yes, the flash flooding that we witnessed on the island was basically because of the tidal level. Okay. And for those that are on the mainland, the upland, was basically because of the rainfall, the incessant rainfall for 10 hours that stretched the infrastructure beyond limits. And within an hour or two, it discharged off the road.
So I'm coming. No,
what happened? No,
because pictures came out. Terrible.
Now, Ojo, Yanoi Bags.
So you've addressed.
No, I'm coming to that.
So much of
no, at all. We did the old corridor. Yanoiba at flash flood.
Trade fair. Same as last year.
Now, no, what happened at trade fair was this. We're doing a collector we've not finished. I won't lie or not take ownership. We had 1 or 2 issues we are not because they are also constructing that road. So it was discharged properly out of that axis. But if you had passed by after like 2 or 3 hours,
live there.
You live there. Did you find the water this morning?
Yes.
On the
this
same
morning
spot?
Was better. Yesterday, I paddled my car. Water was over my bonnet. I paddled my car to pick my son from school in Satellite Town. Come out. No way. There's no drainage open. Onto Ileko, the water was this high.
This is the Lagos Badagry Express Road.
This is the Badagry. This is the express.
This is the express.
We're talking of inward, the towns.
Now there are two.
You have water all this way. We have the drainages on the Eredo Road clogged left, right, and I'm wondering who prepared for the rains. Because if the gutters were open, at least there will be collection for water. It's full all the way here.
Ajia, now Eredo Road and the other collectors were being declogged. I know for a fact we mobilized contractors.
I live there.
Now I will flag it, and then I will revert. I mean, I have to send you a message or send Mariah a message when I get back to the office. Now, Lagos is a very big state. Yes, you can tell me, oh, you've been mobilized. Are you on site? There are two different things, but we're also dropping the ball on that. So I will take ownership for whatever had happened at Eredo and Satellite Town.
Feedback, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate the way you're taking the feedback.
I'm telling you.
That's when we talk about true leadership and service. You don't shut the people up. You hear them out, and then you say, okay, I would look into this, and then I'll come back with proper information and data.
Thank you.
But I was concerned because I saw more like a loophole on the government side. Now we knew from beginning, with all the warnings, that the rains and the floods were going to come. And I would like to know the other agencies who are supposed to be on the road, what sort of arrangements did you have with them? So, for instance, I know that in a place like Lagos, if you park anywhere wrongly, they will come and tow your vehicle before you come out. Mm-hmm. We expected those towing vans to be out there helping people whose cars quenched on the road. Coming down from, the island to the mainland, from the mainland to and back, you will see a lot of vehicles dying on the roads. Nobody was there to take them. There were other places where, cars were not able to pass. We didn't see any form of government official coming to sort of make like an assistance, give an assistance so that people are able to pass. What we saw were the, I don't want to use the word hoodlums now. What do they call them?
Good boys.
The good boys, who took advantage of the situation, and they were making money out of it. So what other plans did you have with other agencies for this rain? What other preparations did you have with other agencies about the flooding that was?
Thank you very much. I know LASMA as an agency was out yesterday. The HC Transport and the SC Transport, my colleagues in ESCO, as Shewon Shiemi and Shola Giwa, were all out yesterday, even in the rain with us. Now, can they cover the whole state simultaneously? It's almost impossible. Yeah. Now, we also, on our part, deploy the FAG team. The FAG is the Emergency Flood Abatement Gang. They were everywhere where we have our black spots and challenges to see how they can push the water out on time. For me, it's beyond the environment. It's a multi-agency approach.
Yes. Yeah.
And we did that yesterday. Yesterday's rain was unprecedented. We knew it was going to come. The rain between July 3rd and 7th. But July 3rd will be the highest, and then it will subside July 4th, 5th. By 6th and 7th, it will also be high, but it won't be as much as that of yesterday.
So weekend
will be fine, but not as bad as yesterday. So we had put in place human and physical infrastructure. Okay. And they were the things that enabled us return our lives to normal. Wherever we have loopholes, we take ownership.
I like
we go back
because
and we go and see how to fix them. Great
example. But you mentioned that it was an interagency thing. This morning, they all showed the inwards charity. The truck that caused that traffic is still there. We're all diverting to the service lane. And the water is still there. So you just downwards is LASMA headquarters, and you're wondering they cannot find a towing truck.
No. I think as I speak, they have told it.
Okay. So there's something that they said earlier. Flash flooding is a global phenomenon. Everybody, different countries have it, and even in Florida, it's currently in the last 2 weeks. What is government doing to educate its citizens to understand and prepare for the flood? I know there's quite a bit of sensitization because we don't see it often. We kind of just don't pay too much attention. But we must be reminded that we're a coastal state. And that means that these things might happen. So the woman that lost her child, for example, probably caught her unaware. She doesn't even know what happens when water comes around. They don't even know what to do. So many countries around the world, their citizens already have an idea. Oh, the hurricanes are coming. Oh, the flood is coming. This is what we do to protect our homes. They have an information. But here we don't. It just comes and we're all shocked and then we just move on.
Morayo, we've been pushing out this information, like you said, and this advocacy for the past few weeks. From April, I think it was April 1st or 2nd, started pushing the advocacy out and the information.
So it's in the papers.
Those on the low line should please move out, because this year...
We never believe you when you say that.
Yeah, but move out
we should believe.
No, we have IDP camps.
Okay.
And people should learn to believe government. There are information within the government's reach that you don't have. When the government says to you, for this and these reasons, you must vacate this area. But we are so attached to our belongings, physical belongings, even at the expense of our lives at times. Okay. It's unfortunate.
They're Africans.
But it doesn't right.
Maybe I missed it, but like when these sort of things happen abroad, the news will be showing and messages will be going on. As the rain starts, we'll start hearing them also giving the messages. But we don't hear that. So I want to say maybe I missed it because I was on the show or something. But it was not on the radio as the rains were starting. That these rains are going to continue. Those of you right now, this is a warning, move away. We don't have that.
Rain they come, or rain they come. Or if they live for here, they live for there, they live for there.
We normally get an estimated time. Maybe during this in July, from the first week or the second week, the rains will be coming. You should move to the higher ground. But people are living their lives. You know, so they need to know what days specifically they can move away, and they need to prepare for that.
But before you respond to that, let me take Yakub. He's been holding for a while. Yakub, sorry for keeping you. Are you still there?
Yeah, no problem.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning, everyone. And good morning to all everyone in the studio. Morayo, I think there's a different routine this morning. It is unfortunate that the last guest that you have, I couldn't get in. It is so painful that I didn't get in. Yeah, and then you can see the difference between when you are defending a working government or a working governor than trying to defending a governor that's not working. Looking at your guest this morning, your guest, the second one, is talking and then is giving us fast. Morayo, I can tell you categorically that Ogun State has forgotten it for local government totally. In fact, if it is not a Lagos boy that's moving from Alimosho down to Ogun State in the last election, I can tell you the governor cannot get it a second time. You know what I'm talking about. If not that Lagos boy, they are moving from Lagos down to Ogun State to become a senator in that Ogun State. He can never get that ticket. So Lagos State is doing very well. Yes.
Yayi, oh, okay. It's okay, Senator Yayi.
So you know, where do you meet this Yaku from?
So I have a question. You know,
He was going to respond.
So yes, we listen to Mariam's question.
Mariam, for me, you can't have everything ready. So my takeaway from this is we need to prepare more on how to disseminate information at critical crisis time like this. So thank you very much.
So I have a question. Let me just quickly add it to my own. The canal spanning Akinwumi, Awoyaya and Ibeju in Maryland, that's the canal that takes in all the water from Maryland. Has there been a dredging? The canal in Satellite Town linking into Ojo from Abule Osun towards Ojo, I did not see a dredging happening. And NIMET was giving this forecast over and over. Did you prepare for the rain and how many of these canals did you dredge? Did you desil the drainages? How did you prepare?
Now, you don't touch all the canals year out, every time, annually. So, for instance, for the first one you asked, the one discharging into Maryland, when we choose to say we want to open up systems 1, with the Alaro, is to enable this canal discharge effectively. Because this canal is so critical, and the same way System 1 is so critical. So System 1 takes the water from this canal and discharges it into the lagoon. This canal doesn't discharge into the lagoon. And I know we've worked on this canal. So if we finish all the work on this canal and we fail to fix System 1 or the Alaro by removing all the inhibitions and the contraventions on that route.
You mean the construction of the second Okpebi Bridge?
Okpebi Bridge is just on this side of it. Those people that had built on the Systems 1, that's Oduyalaro, down to the lagoon, then whatever we have done upstream and downstream of this canal becomes inefficient and a waste of taxpayers' money. So those things were done, and that is why even if there were flash floods around Arowojobe, they were minimal compared to what we used to have in the past. Because the system was treated. For Satellite Town, we have mobilized the contractor. I know.
Has it gone to tight?
It's not, because his money has not been paid.
Okay.
So that's the honest truth.
I thought mobilize means I'm giving you money.
So
mobilize means
now, mobilize means we've awarded the contract to you.
Okay.
The next level is you are waiting for payment.
Okay.
The one that
And we always try to tell them, don't go and borrow money as double-digit interest rates.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you start blaming the government for your...
Wait for us to pay you.
Once we pay you,
Then you go ahead.
and then you go ahead and do the work very well.
Ojo's video yesterday was disheartening. There's a canal that discharges into the lagoon. I'm trying to remember, off mile 10.
Yes.
That area, has it been dredged?
Yes. Now, there are 3 of them on that axis that are very critical. There's one that passes through the Alaba, behind Alaba.
Yeah.
It's been awarded. This particular one has been awarded, and that of Satellite Town.
Okay.
Okay.
Talking about canals.
Can I just ask one? Because when you came into office, you're pulling down structures left, right, and center.
I wasn't pulling down, I was removing.
You're removing structures. They are blocking the channels. They are blocking it. Now that you have removed, and now the rains have come, these ones that you have removed, where are the places? What are the results?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. We removed on System 44 routes, and it's not flooded.
Where is System 44?
That's Abogombo through Ikota Creek.
Okay.
It was obliterated, and we removed...
If island matters, what's your problem with island?
Everywhere is
Aboru
Lagos.
Command. Aboru Command from Ekoro Junction was... A lot of properties were removed, and it was awarded a company called Tocrates. And they've been on site.
No, Aboru is Alimosho.
It's Alimosho, and they've been on site. They're doing the work.
But I'm waiting for the Akota.
Would they allow them to remove structures?
Did they remove something?
No, I'm coming.
They did.
We were at Okota. We were at Isolo. There's a Bokno. There's a canal that's through Bokno at Isolo. And we moved. And that is why today...
There was flood yesterday.
No. There was flash flood yesterday, Ajia.
Flash flood is
Flash flood means it comes and it goes immediately.
Almost immediately, because we had to remove those contraventions. The delay for that was because they took us to court. And we were in court for about 2 years. It was the day the court struck out the matter, the next day, we moved the contractors to sites. And we had to remove the contraventions, blocking that Bokno Canal. We are still coming back to Isolo. We are still coming back to Isolo. I won't mention the place in Isolo. Because people have gone ahead to go and block areas.
When are you coming to trade fair?
Well, look, it is in phases.
The phases.
It's in phases. So
the first
development is in phases.
No,
because people are living there for God's sake. But people are living there, and it's lasting for too long.
Yeah.
Let me talk now.
Let me explain to you. We are not cherry picking this operation.
It seems that way.
We started clearing out Lagos from Orile down to Masa. You are aware, that was where we started from, reclaiming the ungoverned spaces. That's not on the island. We moved to that point before we even came to the island. We've awarded the contract to establish the right of way first for all those channels around that axis. It's after doing that, we now award the contract for a tripping soda to be constructed for them, to discharge easily.
Please, leave island alone. Just leave them.
No.
Come to the mainland and focus, especially on job.
I don't even know island. I don't know mainland.
You've done enough.
Just know Lagos.
I don't know mainland. I just know Lagos.
Because Nima will not leave your neck until you come to Ojo. Let us know. And when you're going there, please put banner. I am in Ojo.
You see, I understand the sarcasm, but let me tell you something.
It's not sarcasm.
The roads on Badagry Expressway throughout Ambode's administration and the early years of Governor Sanwo-Olu's administration were in a bad state. They were newly fixed, and I see water destroying it every morning driving.
No, let me tell
Collection of water now, we're afraid that when the rail lines, which is electric, passes through trade fair, that position where it's going to pass is holding water right now, and you want to pass electric trains there. So when we ask questions,
let me explain
I'm not here to fight anybody.
Let me explain to you.
On your area.
And I will give this to my colleagues in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. You know, that infrastructure was built by them. They have to cede it to Ministry of Environment for us to start excavating the drainage system. And they have done that for the past 1 month. And we started work from Orile. There's a particular junction around Orile. If you want to come towards National Theatre, it's perpetually flooded.
Yes. Thank you.
We have worked there. We worked extensively.
You must have seen the state of the road, the new road, now because of water collection.
But we have no choice. We have to keep working.
So you know why I'm passionate.
Look, Nima, I'm passionate about Lagos just like you are about Lagos. It's like me saying I want to focus on Ekpe because I'm from Ekpe. No. I'm appointed Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources for Lagos State. Island, I don't know. Mainland, I don't know. Ecuador, I don't know. I just know Lagos. As one Lagos. Yeah. So be patient with us, but stand on our neck.
All right.
And I can assure you, we will not drop the ball on this.
Okay, so I have this. So yesterday on my way to work, I was caught in some flood as well, Eredo Road. That happens every year, every time there's rain.
It's a black spot, yeah?
Yes, so I'm wondering what the plans government has for that road. You just have school children in cars stuck there, and it's quite dangerous. That's one. Secondly, the Surulere area where I live, there's this canal that goes underneath Western Avenue, just as the Eco Bridge, joins the road. That canal, there was lots of plastic and styrofoam in that canal. But also on the sides of the canal, the former one that have been dredged out, they're still there on the sides of the canal. So when the rain is so much heavier and the canal fills up, those waste goes back into the canal. And that thing is there for so long. So I'm wondering, what is the plan? Because this happens every year.
Okay, let me start with the last one. The plan is once you excavate, you allow the water to dry up before you move it. And it doesn't mean that you leave it there perpetually.
It's been there for a long time.
So for us now, you just blow the whistle, and it behoves us to call on the contractor to do the needful. Even if it's not available, we can call on FAG to use their own equipment to do it. Now, when we banned styrofoam around January, people were like, why did you have to ban styrofoam? If we didn't ban styrofoam, it would have been worse for us yesterday. So the implications of the ban, the good side of it is what we are now enjoying. Okay. And it's a continuous thing, it's a journey.
We have to.
And for Eredo Road, it's a black spot. We keep working on it. FAG is aware of it. What they have to keep doing that point of Eredo towards Pan Grove and Obanikoro to discharge out of the road. So it's an ongoing thing, and they have to.
We have to wrap up. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. But I think we have to bring you back in next 3 months because we need to show that work has been done on the area has been raised.
Yes.
By Nima, Mariam, and I think BC, all of us. So we'll call you back again in 3 months' time to give us an idea of what you've done so far. It would not be fair to be saying that you're still working on it, but we'd like to see some work being done. But thank you so much.
Can I just say something before I go, please? Lagosians should be patient with us. We're not dropping the ball. We're not going to make excuses. It's a journey, and we are on that journey. People will be inconvenienced right here and there. Houses will be removed when they block the channels. But it's for the overriding public interest. What happened yesterday was not intended. It's not for lack of planning. It was nature that took its course.
Okay.
And it was flash flooding. And we are sorry about the disruption to their lives and for the loss of life that we witnessed.
That's all we can take today. Join us tomorrow for another exciting show. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.